Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. And you know something? It is so beautiful here. We're down here at the Peppermill Lounge. Obviously, you know this place because it's been here since 1972. So they're really celebrating everything. I have Shawn Mooneyham with me, and he's actually running for City Council. What part of City Council are you really sort of going into? Because I know they all have their own agendas, don't they?
Well, this is the council. It's across the street over there, across Sahara of Las Vegas.
Oh, near Wyndham. The Wyndham Hotel?
No, go across towards the stratosphere.
Oh, stratosphere. Oh, that way. Oh,
yeah, that
okay,
starts
great.
the city of Las Vegas.
Oh,
Once you
does?
go north of Sahara for
Oh,
as far as boundaries.
That. I did not. Oh, see, I just learned something. You can always learn something. So did you run before, or is this your first time?
No, this is the first time that I'm running for political office.
So you're running for City Council. What do you want to change? Obviously you want to change something or do something, obviously, I hope.
Well, my biggest issue is our homeless situation here in Las Vegas.
I agree with that 100%.
That is what I've kind of centered my campaign around, is partnering with the city, the county, and the state to see if we can't find a comprehensive solution.
Now, there should be a solution, and I'm sure you know this better than I do. Do we not have 16,000 homeless children, thereabouts? That's what I've been told.
Somewhere around there. It's a big number. I can tell you...
Well, 1450 shouldn't be one.
For the adult data, there was 6,083 homeless adults living in shelters in and around Las Vegas as of January 2018.
Really? That many?
Yes.
So why is there more children than there are adults?
Runaways,
you've got
broken
a lot of
homes,
okay.
That kind of stuff.
And I assume that when they have a broken home, there's more than one child homeless in that home. There could be anything up to 4 children, 5, whatever.
Right.
Then they all become homeless. You know, somebody asked me the other day, and I was sort of fascinated because they were saying to me, where do these homeless children live? And I was saying, well, they live under the freeways, they live in, wherever they can find a place or what they would call a home.
Yep.
Is that where they go?
Under the washes, I work, and I can't say where I work, but I work for a local hotel and casino.
Okay.
We get a lot of homeless individuals, regardless, adults, children. They come in, try to sit down and sleep somewhere, and of course, we're always, asking them to leave. It's kind of sad.
Why do you have to ask them to leave? I guess it's a private property, and you become
private
liable.
property, and you become liable. And also, think about it, Las Vegas, we attract tourism. And
yes.
You get a bunch of people just sitting, sleeping around. It does nothing for tourism.
It doesn't do anything for tourism. No, that's for sure.
So, something to think about. If we can attack this problem, you will see crime rates go down. You will see.
I like that.
You will see all the petty crime. Also, we will be able to enjoy our parks, because that's where they end up.
Yeah, they end up sleeping in the parks.
I know my constituents in Huntridge, they've had a real bad situation with Circle Park. That's that park off of Maryland Parkway near Charleston.
I know what you mean. Yes, I know.
And they actually had to close it again.
So they closed it before because of the homeless.
Right.
I presume, the reason there's so many homeless probably in Nevada, Vegas, is because of the weather. Because the weather's not so bad as anywhere else. You haven't got the snow. There it gets cold here at night.
That, and, we have such an interesting dynamic. People, they come here maybe with their last few $100 and want to put in the machine, they lose it all.
And they think they're not going to win, because every machine you're going to win at, right? Every machine you're going to break. You are going to be the only person that wins there. Well, in the meantime, they're still building the big hotels. They're still building everything. Now, with trying to get the people in Vegas to help you, would it not be, for the hotels to help, so that if they could get everybody to fund this, then they wouldn't have them around their hotels?
Well, that's another... I know it's interesting you bring that up. I mean, I pledge to actually work together with the directors of the various homeless shelters here in town, and the business leaders of the community. I'd like to have monthly meetings if I'm lucky enough to get elected.
Yes. Oh, good.
And then that way...
You will be elected.
We can
elect him, okay?
We've got to, all work together.
Well, I think that's what it is. If you all work together, you can get it done. Mm-hmm. But if you're all going to be split, then some are here, some are there, some there, nothing happens.
Right.
Now, I've also seen an awful lot of boarded up kind of old apartment buildings or old homes and different things. Now, those are boarded up, obviously, because whatever reason, I guess vandalism. Why can't, these be turned into homes for these children?
Oh, that's an interesting idea. It would depend on the owner and the the land, a lot of those boarded up properties are really a hazard because they break in there and then you get structure fires and you get more toll on the city.
I've seen an awful lot of homes that are really derelict and they're no use anymore. And it looks like a lot of the people that own them don't own them anymore, or they've gone back to do they go back to the state? How does that work?
They would eventually, I guess, if you don't pay your taxes, the city puts a lien on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the county or the state. So eventually they could take it.
So the tax people will take it back, and so they have it, because I know they also sell those things for.
Correct.
If you pay the taxes on a house that's just not up, it's up for sale because the tax people are selling it because they want their tax money.
Correct.
So if you bid the tax money on that, or big more, or whatever it is, at least the tax people get their money. A lot of people do that; they buy on the tax.
Now, another idea I had, you've got all this commercial property that's abandoned, and you could use that as well. Maybe the city or state or county could rent the building, and then you make little cubicles. I'm talking like abandoned Kmart's, Walmart, just the abandoned buildings.
There's a lot of them,
You could do something like that, make it a transitional housing, center.
So what other ideas do you have?
There's a lot. I want to help our seniors here in Las Vegas. I hear that the Harry Reid Senior Center is in disrepair downtown, and
so Harry Reid, you got to put some money in there.
Yeah.
Don't keep it all.
So
spend a little bit of what you have.
Line by line, hold them accountable for the money that they're spending, but at the same time try to get the most bang for our buck.
So I think what you're trying to do is to get the homeless children and the homeless parents and seniors. Seniors is fascinating in this town. They have a tremendous amount of seniors that commit suicide here. Mm-hmm. Is that because they go out gambling and spend all their money? Is it that because they're lonely? Or what was that? Do you know the reasoning of that?
To be honest, I think it's a myriad of reasons. You've got the situation not only in this city but in this country is horrendous. You've got seniors that have decided, do I pay for my meds or do I buy food?
Well, this medical thing is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, because medicals, they have like 4 or 5 different pills they have to take, which the first one made them sick, and then the second one is supposed to counteract the next one, and that's what it all goes. And then you're taking a bunch of pills, and then kind of you got to lose it by the end of taking all these pills. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. So they're spending all their money on meds. Well, let me tell you something, guys out there: don't spend money on meds. Go a little bit, change a little bit.
But, I think it is also, as far as the homeless situation, is reaching out to them. Let them know that we've got the Courtyard Project that just opened downtown, and
that's nice.
Reach out to the different, let them know the Shade Tree Shelter and St. Vincent's. And
so the problem is the homeless people don't know these places are there.
Exactly.
They don't get, the homeless don't get around because they can't get around because they're homeless. They can't. They've got that little place which they walk around and buy food and do whatever they need to do, and they can't find out these places. So you're talking about these homeless homes should be reaching out more to maybe put flyers around or something out in that area.
Yeah, or just, I know that there's a coalition that does walk around and they do talk to them to try to encourage them to get off the street.
Yes.
I know they do that a lot of times when they take the census and do the census together. The data.
Yeah, the data. So. Okay, so anyway, how can anybody reach you and vote for you?
Well, you can reach me at www.ShawnMooneyham.com. That's my website.
Okay.
You can also send me an email at smmlv81@gmail. And also, even my phone number, you can call me, 702-286-8022.
Well, I wish you all the luck. I hope you win. How are you doing? When is the election anyway?
This election, the primary is on April 2nd, 2019.
Quite some time.
Still got a few months. And then because it's a nonpartisan race, if the top 2 candidates, they would move, if they don't get the 50 plus 1%, they move forward to June 11th.
Oh, okay. So that's wonderful. So how are you feeling now? Are you feeling pretty good where you are?
I feel for the work that I've been doing, I feel like I'm in a good spot. Mind you, it's going to be a crowded field because the incumbent is not running. He's retiring. So it's a crapshoot. It's anybody's game.
Anybody's game out there. Maybe I'll go out there and run and see if I can get there. Well, then I'd be taking it from you. No, I won't do that. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great having him on the show. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.